Welcome to my channel Icon Teacher. I am Satya Prasad. In this session, we will see what is symmetric relation. A symmetric relation is a relation on set A where if an ordered pair x, y belongs to a relation R, then y, x also belong to the same relation. So, R on set A is said to be symmetric R on set A is said to be symmetric if x, y belongs to R implies y, x belong to the same relation R for all x, y belongs to A. So, R is a relation on set A and this is said to be symmetric if the ordered pair x, y belongs to R implies y, x belongs to R. So, we can also write this as if x is R related to y implies y is R related to x. Now, let us take a small example. So, let us define A to be set of straight lines. Set of straight lines. Now let us define a relation on set of straight lines. So R is the set of all ordered pairs L1, L2 such that L1 is perpendicular to L2. L1, L2 belong to set A. So we are defining R to be a relation on A, that is R equal to the set of all ordered pairs L1, L2 such that L1 is perpendicular to L2, L1, L2 belongs to A. So, if L1, L2 belongs to this relation R, which means it has to satisfy this condition. So, this implies L1 is perpendicular to L2. Now we know from geometry that if L1 is perpendicular to L2, that implies L2 is also perpendicular to L1. So this implies L2 is perpendicular to L1. So if L2 is perpendicular to L1, since it is satisfying the condition, so L2, L1 should also belong to the same relation. It should also belong to R. So we have checked that if L1, L2 belongs to R, it implies L2, L1 also belong to R. Therefore, R is symmetric. R is symmetric. Please make a note of this. Now let us consider another example. Let A be equal to 1, 2 and 3. So let us define a relation R on set A which contains, let us say R1 equal to the ordered pairs 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1 and let's take another relation R2 which contains 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 3 and R3 which contains 1, 1 and R4 which contains 1, 3. So I have considered 4 relations R1, R2, R3 and R4 which are all the subsets of the Cartesian product A cross A. Now let us see the first relation R1. In this relation you have to check whether this is a symmetric relation or not. So how to check whether this relation is symmetric is you check for 1, 2. So if I swap the elements, if 1, 2 is present then 2, 1 should be present. So obviously if 1, 2 is present, 2, 1 is present. So and the next is 1, 1. If 1, 1 has to be present, if you swap also it is the same ordered pair. So 1, 2 it's 2, 1, for 2, 1 it is 1, 2 and for 1, 1 it is 1, 1 itself. Therefore you say that R1 is a symmetric relation. So R1 is symmetric relation. As for all x, y belongs to R implies y, x belongs to the same relation. Here the name of the relation is R1. So as for all x comma y belongs to R1, y comma x also belong to the same relation R1. Okay, let us see the second relation R2. R2 contains 1 comma 2, 2 comma 1 and 1 comma 3. Now if you see the ordered pair 1 2, if I swap I get 2 comma 1, and if I swap 2 1 I get 1 2, and 1 3 do not have the ordered pair 3 comma 1. So for 1 comma 3 there should be an ordered pair 3 comma 1 which should belong to the same relation R2 for R2 to be symmetric. But since 1 comma 3 belongs to R2 but 3 comma 1 does not belong to R2, you say R2 is not symmetric. So once you find any such condition where you can prove that R2 is not symmetric, then simply write down that particular ordered pair which is making this R2 to be not symmetric. So let us write down, since 1 comma 3 belongs to R2 but 3 comma 1 does not belong to R2, therefore R2 is not symmetric. Always remember, whenever something is true, you should be able to write the general way, whereas when something is not true, then you should be able to write by giving an example. So here you could easily find that 1 comma 3 belongs to relation R2 but 3 comma 1 do not belong to the same relation. So you can directly write 1 comma 3 belongs to R2 but 3 comma 1 does not belong to R2, therefore R2 is not symmetric. Now let us see the third, R3. R3 contains 1 comma 1, even on swiping I get 1 comma 1. So R3 is 1 comma 1 and on swapping I got the same ordered pair 1 1, therefore R3 is symmetric. R3 is symmetric relation. Now let us coming to fourth relation. Again you have 1 comma 3 as ordered pair. If 1 comma 3 is present in the relation, then 3 comma 1 must be present in the same relation for this relation to be called as a symmetric relation. So here this is not a symmetric relation. So we write 1 comma 3 belongs to R4 but 3 comma 1 does not belong to R4, therefore R4 is not symmetric. R4 is not symmetric. So this is how we can check whether a given relation is a symmetric relation or not. Please make a note of this. Now we have seen how to check whether a given relation is symmetric relation or not. Now let us see how many symmetric relations can be made on set A containing n elements. So let us consider a set A which contains the elements say 1, 2, 3, so on till n. So the Cartesian product contains n squared ordered pairs. So let us write down the ordered pairs 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, so on till 1 comma n. Similarly we have 2 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 2 comma 3, so on till 2 comma n, and 3 comma 1, 3 comma 2, 3 comma 3, so on till 3 comma n. So on till we have n comma 1, n comma 2, n comma 3, so on till n comma n. So totally we have n squared ordered pairs. We have n squared ordered pairs. Now if you observe the diagonal, we have 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, so on till n comma n. So I just try to figure out the ordered pairs which are in the form of a doublets. Now how many doublets are possible in this Cartesian product? There are n doublets, 1 1, 2 2, 3 3, so on till n. Okay, so in the set containing n elements we have n doublets. Now in a symmetric relation, 1 comma 1 is present in a relation, then obviously when you swap we get the same 1 comma 1. So we have to consider this n elements which are along the diagonal which are in the form of doublets. Now apart from these elements, still we are left with the remaining elements. Now out of n square elements there are n doublets, so the remaining elements are n square minus n. Now these elements are either above this diagonal or below the diagonal. So the total number of elements which are in the form of ordered pairs other than these doublets are n square minus n. And if you see these n square minus n ordered pairs, you observe that half of them are exactly the swap of the remaining half ordered pairs. So as you have seen 1 comma 1 here, and you have seen here 2 1, and here you have seen 1 comma 3, and here you have seen 3 comma 1. Similarly, you have 1 comma n and n comma 1. So each ordered pair which is above is just the swap of the ordered pair which is below this diagonal. Therefore, we could only consider one of these ordered pairs which are either present here or here, but not both of them. So for example, if I choose a symmetric relation which contains 1 comma 2, I don't have a choice of selecting 2 comma 1. Instead, it has to be present in the relation which contains 1 comma 2, for it has to be a symmetric relation. Similarly, if I want a relation containing 1 comma 3 as a symmetric relation, obviously in that relation 3 comma 1 will be present, which means that I have only choice of selecting half of these elements. So half of these elements is nothing but n square minus n by 2. So the total n diagonal elements plus, that is, which are in the form of doublets, plus those elements which are n square minus n by 2 are the only elements from which I have a choice of selection. So this will be simplified to 2n plus n square minus n by 2, which is equal to n square plus n by 2. So out of these n square plus n number of elements, I have to choose the ordered pairs. So I may choose either 0 ordered pairs, or I may choose exactly 1 ordered pair, or I may choose exactly 2 ordered pairs, and so on. So the number of ways of selecting will be same as the total number of symmetric relations. So total number of symmetric relations is equal to n square plus n by 2 C0 plus n square plus n by 2 C1 plus n square plus n by 2 C2 plus so on till n square plus n by 2 C n square plus n by 2, n square plus n by 2. So which is nothing but the sum of all the binomial coefficients. Please make a note of this. As we know that the sum of the binomial coefficients is equal to 2 to the power of n, that is nc0 plus nc1 plus nc2 plus so on till ncn is equal to 2 to the power of n. Well, this I have derived in the previous video. You can watch a video of the reflexive relation to check for the derivation of nc0 plus nc1 plus nc2 plus so on till ncn is 2 to the power of n. So making use of this identity, now let us see what will be n square plus n by 2 c0 plus n square plus n by 2 c1 plus n square plus n by 2 c2 plus so on till n square plus n by 2 c n square plus n by 2. So this should be equal to 2 to the power of, now instead of n we have n square plus n by 2. So we get this as 2 to the power of n square plus n by 2, or it is 2 to the power of n into n plus 1 by 2. So this becomes the total number of symmetric relations. So hence we could see that the total number of symmetric relations are 2 to the power of n into n plus 1 by 2 for number of elements in set A equal to n, where n is the number of elements in set A. In set A. So here we are finding out the total number of the symmetric relations that can be made on set A containing n elements, which is equal to 2 to the power of n into n plus 1 by 2. So please make a note of this. Then in the competitive exams, we have seen that a question will be given like this: find the number of symmetric relations on a set containing 2 elements. So in such case, how to go about? Let us see this. So if n equal to 2, then the number of symmetric relations is equal to 2 to the power of on A equal 2 to the power of n into n plus 1 by 2, that is 2 to the power of 2 into 3 by 2, that is equal to 8. So if a set A contains two elements, then the number of symmetric relations will be equal to 8. So this is how we find the number of symmetric relations on set A containing two elements. So in the competitive exams, you may be asked different such questions like this. So you should be able to understand how you got this number of symmetric relations. Once you know this identity and its derivation, then you can solve such questions for your entrance examinations as well as for your CBSE MCQs. Hope you liked our videos. So if you like our video, like, share and subscribe and click on the bell icon for further notification. Thank you.